For quite a while now, the artists that I've been working with have been looking for help on which are the right ways to start selling art online, what are the right channels and strategies that they should be using in order to tap into this huge market. They all believe that it's possible at some point to use the internet for art sales, but they're not sure which strategy or approach to take. That's why I created this online course where I will be teaching you the steps that you should take in order to start selling art online yourself. Just before we even start, I just want to get something out on the open. Selling art online is completely possible. A lot of artists that I know do it. I myself do it quite a lot. It's a lot of hard work. It's not gonna be just upload your artwork and forget about it. So if you want something easy, just like click the X, you know, leave it, because it is a lot of hard work. It's worth it though. This first video will be covering the first steps that you need to take before even starting to put your artworks out there. If you start from day one in an organized manner, it will be easier in the future when you're having more and more sales to manage and to scale your online sales. The first thing you have to take in consideration before even starting anything, you have to have a very thorough inventory of your arts. You have to know exactly what artworks you have produced and are ready to sell, and how much of each, and where are they located. Are in your studio, if they are in a gallery, if they're in an exhibition. The best method for keeping a track on your artwork inventory is creating an Excel sheet that will allow you to have all the information that you need on these artworks. Some of the information that you would need is the name of the artwork, the description of the artwork, the medium, the sizes, the price of the artwork, where is it listed, has it been exhibited. Having an inventory of your artworks also allows you to know in which websites you have each artworks listed, so you can have all of your artworks listed in all of the platforms that you will be using. And if you sell them in one of them, you can scratch them off of all the other ones, so you don't have the risk of selling the same artworks twice, which might sound like a nice problem to have, but it's not. On the description, I uploaded a template of an artwork inventory sheet, so you just have to download it and type in your information. That's how I roll. I just want to help you out. Download the sheet. Step 2, before you even start doing anything, is presentation and storytelling. Since you will be uploading these artworks online, you will not have a direct connection with the collector. In many cases, you don't even know the collector, never met him or her. When you're selling in person in a gallery or an exhibition, you can talk to this person and explain and answer all the questions they might have about your artwork regarding inspiration, technique, methods. But when you are selling online, you might not have this opportunity to have a dialogue with the person that's buying it. So it's very important that the description and the information that you're giving about the artwork, so you don't have any communication problems. I would recommend to put all the information that a client might need up front, because if the client needs to start writing you emails about every question that it might have, and the client might lose interest, and you don't want that. Some of the key tools that you can use for storytelling and presentation are initially text. You know, text will be one of your most important and most useful tools at this point. Write a description about the artwork. Just don't focus only on the technical aspects of the artwork, but focus also on the storytelling. Why did you produce this artwork? What were you feeling at this moment? Where did you paint it? Where did you draw inspiration from? Tell a little bit of the story about this artwork, because this will help the buyer generate emotional connection with your artwork. And that's very important when buying art. Try to keep the description also short and simple. Avoid a little bit of what we call art talk and being unnecessarily complicated at this point. The second tool that you will need for storytelling is images. You need great images about your artwork. Since the collector will not have a chance to see the artworks live in person, you need to use images to fill in that gap. The second tool that you should be using for storytelling is images. Buying art is all about the emotional connection that you have with the artwork, so images will help fill in the gap and create this emotional connection between the buyer and your artwork. The first should be a clean image of your artwork. Nothing but the artwork itself. No backgrounds, no effects, nothing. Just a plain image of your artwork. Try to keep it as close to the original work as possible. Be very careful regarding lighting so the colors don't show out distorted in the image and you can convey the real colors of the artwork. The second two images that you would need are images of detail. When you're doing painting, especially with paintings, texture plays a very important role in the artwork. So if the case of try to take images on diagonal sides so you can really see the deepness of the artwork. Use the second and third images as tools to help show the real aspects of the artwork. For the fourth image, I always recommend you to take a picture of the artwork placed in situ. For example, you can hang it on your living room or in your bedroom or in your kitchen so you can show the buyer what the artwork would look on his house, hanging in his house. This helps the collector have an idea of A, what it will look like in his house, and B, have a correct idea of the measurements of the artwork. Sometimes just hearing 35 centimeters by 70 is not enough, but seeing the artwork hanging in a kitchen really helps have an idea of how big the artwork actually is. If you don't have a kitchen or a space where you can hang the painting for these photographies, you can also rely on Photoshop and downloading some mock-ups of living rooms from Google. Once you have all these images, pay attention to the website where you're uploading them, taking considerations the technical needs of this website regarding their size and their dimensions. The third cornerstone of this initial phase of selling art online would be promotion. Because once you put your artwork out there, you will need people to see it as much as possible till you find somebody that's interested in this artwork. If you're selling through a website that specializes in selling art per se, you already can have some help from the marketing department of this website, but don't rely solely on them. Some of these websites feature the works of thousands and thousands and thousands of artists, and it might be very hard for you to gain visibility there. If you're going to use one of these websites, it might be interesting for you to contact their marketing department, or if they have an online curator or a blog, to tell a little bit about yourself and see if you can get a feature on their social media or on their blog. That will really give you some opportunities to really enhance your visibility inside of their platform. If you decided to sell artwork on your own, independently, you can look into blogs and magazines and see if they would like to feature your artwork, allowing you to gain a bigger visibility for your art. If this is the path that you decide to take, you can also check the description. There is a link for an article that we wrote about how to get your artworks into magazines and blogs, and there's also a list of magazines and blogs that actively are looking for artists to feature. Also, you should really look into developing a social media strategy, looking into which social media platforms fit best your career and developing a strategy to be always present there. Promotion is for sure one of the most important aspects of this first phase of selling art, and the opportunities to getting promotion are various. You can talk with blogs, you can talk with magazines, press, outreaches, influencers. But this video is not focusing only about getting promotion, so we're not going to dive as deep as possible. We do have some content ready for you if you're looking to gain a little bit more visibility, and you can always contact us if you have any doubts. This is it for the first part of this online course on selling art. Next week we will be launching part 2. And if you want to stay in touch, I would really recommend you to hit the link down there, subscribe to the channel and to the course. On the next video, we will be covering what types of strategy and formats you can look into for selling art, as well as analyzing some of the top platforms for selling art online. Stay tuned because we're also preparing a live Ask Me Anything session, so if you have any questions about what we covered on this video, you can go to the link and ask us whatever you want. See you next week.